Hello, I'm Jomika, and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. I'm starting to lose count, but I believe this is episode 5? 4? 5? I think 5. We need a little bit of money. So we have Explore Kerbin. Park 2 vessels next to each other. We get 32,000. I don't know if I really want to do that. I was looking more for some tourist ones. Suborbital. For some money like that. So 12, 24, like 48, and then some. So a little bit more money than that. Roughly the same, I guess. Because that's 50, 60-ish. And this is... Why is it... It's 16 per, but these are both completion ones. So maybe there's some later that have two things where you get paid for a suborbital and then like an orbital. And then when you complete both, you get the total completion. But yeah, we'll do this anyways. But first, let's see. If we can get a Mark II type capsule. Like we do have... What do we have? How many does this hold? Crew capacity 1. That's not going to work. Hitchhiker, crew capacity 4. How wide is that? I think it's wide. Where does it say? Does it say? It might. Maybe not. So we could unlock that. That's just like a lander can. We're not going to use that for a suborbital space flight. Where was the other one? Do we already have it? I swear I didn't unlock it yet. I mean, it would be pretty easy just to put all 4 in here. Do we have... Oh, here. This is what I was looking for. The crew cabin. So we can do 2 of those in line. Those are definitely shorter. I don't know how well it does on re-entry. Tolerance. Is there a heat one? Max temp. Skin of 2000. I think this one is the same. Yeah, so it's the same. So why don't we do the cheaper route? Unless there's not really anything in there I need. Oh, there's the struts. Oh my god, I was looking for those last time. So we do need those. But we don't really need anything. Nothing important right away in both of those. Like this, we'll want the mobile processing lab for sure. But by the time we get there, I think we'll be okay. There's more utility with this. Because we'll send that could be like a space station type thing. I mean, we could get both anyways. But let's go to the vehicle assembly. And actually, before I forget, let's accept this quest or mission. And go from there. Because I would definitely forget. We'd be like, alright, I ferried the tourists, we made it to suborbit. Actually, I guess I wouldn't, because we need to put the tourists into the thing. We'll go ahead and do that. We don't really need science, but maybe we'll put the science junior, not service bay. Is it payload? No. Utility? Yeah. So yeah, the hitchhiker is huge. Let's science. Do we have like a, not coupler, but a fuel tank? So yeah, we could do something like that. And then like that. Can you crossfeed here? Let's just put an engine on the bottom and see. Or the side. Okay, yeah, so 800. What is the suborbit? Like delta V? Do we know? We should. Because orbit is 3,400. I don't think this parachute will hold. Oh, the other issue is we will be holding on to all this weight. Can we put a decoupler? That's so small. I was thinking maybe we put a decoupler in between here. And then one somewhere up here. And then heat shield is small again. Well, if we did this, 2,000, what's our thrust? Should we just try this? Bring the whole thing back? It's cheap. And instead of testing, we just go for it. Is 2,000 enough? Is that enough parachutes? We'll find out. We'll revert back if anything goes wrong. Nothing ever goes wrong. Okay. Right at dusk. Dawn? All the same. Are we good? Yeah? Let's see. So, thrust to weight ratio could have been a little bit better. I saw 1.1 and I was like, yeah, that's above 1. So we'll be fine. We may still be fine. But we'll see. So we just need to get to 70. The map will help us because we do have the patched conics or whatever it's called. So we can see apoapsis and periapsis and all that fun stuff. And yeah, I would have liked to have been able to get rid of these two somehow. Save these two in one and then this on its own. But that's okay. There's the sun coming up. Is that the sun? I mean, it must be. I would think it'd be brighter. I guess not, though, because this is still all dark. Oh well. What is our... Yeah, 15, 16. I think we'll need a little bit more fuel. But we'll see. We'll go all the way up, and then we will deploy the parachutes at the correct time. Oh, we do have our time warp now, where we can warp to a point. Actually, I think this will be enough. This is going to be like one of those... what's it called? Blue Origin? Are they the ones? Is that Jeff Bezos' company? Where they do the space tourist thing? There's a couple that do it. One or two. I don't know. There's the Amazon Jeff Bezos one, and then there's... Yeah, Blue Origin is Amazon. Well, I guess I shouldn't say Amazon. I don't know if they own it or not. I'm just babbling now. And then there's also the Virgin Galactic one. Virgin Orbit or one of those. Which I don't know if they're doing too hot. So we will go up. We'll keep an eye on this. There we go. Everybody did it. And we'll just make sure we point in the right direction. I think we want to point retrograde. While we're here, material study. We'll keep that. 25 science. Crew report, but I don't think it matters. Yeah. The EVA report. Is that different? Kerbal Shores. Okay. So board. Speed up. And we will point retrograde. And then when we need to, when we get a little bit lower, we can fire the rockets again. Just bleed off some speed. And actually, maybe we'll wait. If we're doing okay, and we can deploy the parachutes, we'll deploy the parachutes. And if our speed is too high, we can fire the engines last second to kind of help with the landing. So we'll see. And we'll take a look, see how it looks. So down we go, 34. So I guess to complete these, we have to get them home safely. Which I would also want to get home safely if I was a space tourist. Alright, so just to keep pointing in the right direction, we can do that. And then we'll just wait for those to turn white. Which they are now. So go ahead and deploy those parachutes. And then we'll speed up until they fully deploy. What's your speed? Oops. Does it say... No, just the important things. I was going to say maybe it has the impact speed. Oh yeah, we should be fine. And then here we'll do stability assist so we don't fall over. I didn't really think about that part. So hopefully it's okay. So yeah, plenty of parachute power. Guess it helps that we don't have much fuel. And then we'll land. Trying to decide if we should try to land on our side, but it's probably going to end badly. So we will hope that we stay standing up. And we are falling. Break our fall. Perfect. That's what we want. So we can't rotate. I think it's just too big. But if we take a crew report, I think we're, yeah, grasslands. Take that. We'll EVA. EVA report. We'll board. I think that's everything. Recover space vessel. So we had 4 little notifications in the bottom right here. Well, it was top right, but it moves to the bottom, I think. We'll see. Yeah, we'll check our science too. Okay, there's 9 there now, so that's a good sign. We earned 38, 25 of that from the Science Junior. And then down here, we got all of our contract completes. And ferry tourists, completion, perfect. 200 science, we got like 100,000 from that or so. Conduct temperature surveys of the moon. Measure temperature in spaceflight above. Yeah, those are too like focused. And that's too low, I think, to have a satellite just go around at like 10,000 meters. Above, below. Above. Expires in 24 hours. Duration 11 years. Yeah, it's just like if we take a look at the tracking station and then we go to the moon, it should show us, yeah, they're all right here. So if we went like around the poles with the satellite, eventually it would hit all of these. We'd have to keep an eye on it and babysit it. But I think a lot of these mountains are higher than 9,000 kilometers. So we're going to skip that. I'd love to do it if it was more of like a orbit type one. But I think it's just going to be too difficult with what we have. I mean, even if we had everything, it's still not a trivial mission. I meant to go to mission control to see what missions we had. So explore Kerbal looks like it's the next one that we should do. Test. Escape. Suborbit. So escape trajectory. Does that mean escape to like somewhere else? We want you to test the swivel on an escape trajectory out of Kerbal. So you want us to go like towards the sun. You just want all the rocket power and that's it. So we're not going to do that. Suborbital trajectory, yes. Altitude, 150 to 160. Perform a test. Again, not something I really want to do. Radial decoupler splashed down. Easy one. Not much money. I think we're going to have to do this one next. So I think we're going to do that one next time. A little bit of a shorter episode. That'll make up for last episode's hour long. So yeah, that is going to do it for today's episode. If you liked it, be sure to hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. Thank you all for joining me, and I hope to see you all in the next episode.